Just a few days ago, 13 total strangers moved into the Big Brother house. Among them, the oldest house guest in Big Brother history and a 22-year-old kid who took on a 53-year-old New Orleans socialite. Plus, we had a blindside in the very first week, and that's not all that's new. Welcome to Big Brother 10.
Previously on Big Brother, Jerry, the great-grandfather, was crowned the first head of household. Rennie's late-night antics annoyed Jesse.
Mary, St. Joe's, it won't open.
I was asleep.
You don't look bad.
How old are you, like 140?
Brian, Dan, and Ollie formed the first alliance of the summer.
My word, it's the only thing I got in this game.
I looked in his eyes, and I knew he was good for his word.
And Brian befriended Jerry in order to control his nominations.
If you put Jesse next to Rennie,
if I put her up, she's gonna be
gone.
The nomination ceremony proved to Brian that he was in control.
I've chosen Jesse and Rennie for eviction.
It shows me I can trust Jerry. I'm definitely pulling a few of the strings right now.
Meanwhile, a romance began to blossom.
Give me the one walking around naked.
Will it bother anybody if I walk around in my underwear?
I think Ollie is very good looking. He is somebody that I could see myself dating.
At the veto competition,
Oh, fight a bear!
the bodybuilder lived to fight another day.
Congratulations, Jesse. You're the Power of Veto winner.
Brian targeted his next biggest threat.
This week, Memphis going on.
But the girls quickly turned against him.
He's trying to tell us what to do. He's doing that whole mind control.
Libra began questioning April and Ollie's relationship.
Ollie's with Brian.
I thought you were leaving. Now I'm really pissed.
And when the girls called Ollie out,
Are you earning Dan?
He hesitated.
not only did he sell out his allies,
Did flip it on.
but Ollie led the charge against Brian.
to put Brian up. Now you just threatened me, see?
At the veto meeting, Jerry was forced to go against his word.
I nominate you, Brian.
Who will be evicted from the Big Brother house? Brian or Rennie? And who will become the next head of household? Find out tonight, live on Big Brother 10.
Julie Chen. Welcome to Big Brother 10. It's day 9 inside the Big Brother house, and Brian, the self-proclaimed puppet master, had his strings cut. In less than 24 hours, the former Air Force crew chief from San Francisco went from controlling the head of household to finding his own neck on the chopping block. Tonight, he faces off against Rennie, the beauty salon owner from New Orleans. Who will be sent packing? We'll find out shortly. But first, blindsides cannot happen without traitors.
Well, I've chosen not to use the power veto on Rennie, but for myself. So, Jerry, you have to nominate somebody else to take my spot.
This is a difficult chore for me to undertake. I formed an alliance, but I found out that this person who I went with had other alliances, and I nominate you, Brian.
This veto ceremony is adjourned.
Oh, it's fine. Oh, man. The house of cards came tumbling down. Literally, after the first sentence of Jerry's speech, my heart dropped into my stomach like that, and it was like, they got him. He had sold me down the river.
At this point, I'm very shocked. To have Brian up there, I mean, that's just dumbfounding. My alliance went down in flames.
Sorry.
That's all right, let's go chat.
They gave me an ultimatum.
Let's go talk.
If had not nominated Brian, I would have paid the price. So I made my mind up that I would sacrifice him to save myself.
So who gave you the ultimatum?
8 people.
All 8 gave you the ultimatum?
All 8. They were
including
up here.
Dan and Ollie?
Dan and, no, not Dan.
What about Ollie?
Ollie is the one that gathered them together enough to come up here and put that out for me.
The ringleader seemed to be Ollie. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Ollie said, if you put Memphis up, we'll vote Rennie out. Next week, when you don't have HOH, you're out of here.
Okay.
Ollie was shaking hands and giving his word, the word of a preacher's son. A lot of people are now gonna see what Ollie's word means.
If you notice, I have no military gear on today. I couldn't, in my mind, go out and represent a military organization, but break my word. I do not break my word. I had no choice.
Jerry, don't give me all this crap. All you had to do was stick to what you said you were gonna do. Thanks.
I did resist this. I said, this goes against my craw.
Hey, I know you didn't. You didn't know, neither did Steven. Everybody else did. Watch Ollie.
That's what hurts me. Yeah. Ollie, man. I never would have thought it was you. I cannot believe Ollie flipped. Man. I would have never thought he would be the one to sell out. You know what I mean? Like, nothing against you, but like, I would have thought you would have done it before him.
Who orchestrated the mutiny? Was it you?
No, man.
Come on now.
It happened, I promise you. The house, man, is together, basically, on it. And it's hard. That's what makes it hard. My cards were shown, not me.
Yeah, but who showed your cards?
I'll tell you what, the situation, they knew we were in alliance.
Us 3?
Yes.
How?
Three.
You had to confirm?
April, Keisha, and
Yeah,
Libra.
but how did they know?
They backed me in the corner.
Like, you broke your word to me.
Well, all I said, man, if y'all upset with me, I understand, dude. I did give you guys my word, and that's something that, I don't take light, but obviously it's a game where the numbers are against me, and I went against it just as Jerry did, so.
Coming into this house, I was gonna try to be cutthroat and do whatever it took to win. But I realized I'm not gonna sacrifice my word for $500,000. When I gave you my word, like, if they were selling you out, I wouldn't have sold you out.
You would have basically just sacrificed yourself.
Yeah.
But that's the difference between you and me. But I know you're not gonna go down without swinging, man.
He's weaker than I thought. I didn't think he'd crumble.
Hey, we made mistakes, you know what I mean?
The thing is, he spilled his entire guts. I mean, he had to give up everything. Like, April. I realized April and Ollie masterminded the whole entire flip against Brian and myself. The stilettos are the sharpest thing for a reason. April still has another stiletto on her other foot, and if he doesn't watch himself, he's gonna get stabbed just like I did.
That's it, baby.
Yeah. That's your chance. I like yours. You have beautiful lips.
The guy who falls for the girl and gets burned for it. I don't want to be that guy. I'm gonna be the sucker, man. I feel it.
It took us 6 days to get a first kiss.
That's pretty good.
Ollie's a great guy, but I don't think he's definitely as strong of a player as I am. Of course I'm using the relationship with Ollie to my advantage.
As I look around right now, Brian's gonna get really against us 3. He's gonna think those 3 bitches think they rule the house, and so us 3 are gonna look like a target for a while.
There's no better than us 3. This is it. This is solid.
People aren't paying attention that the girls absolutely have to be broken up. My best chance to stay in the house right now is to turn the girls against one another.
Ollie and April would be my biggest concern, and I didn't even see it, and it was right underneath my nose. Control is just an illusion. So this 8 that is unanimously decided that I needed to go
It can
home.
be changed in a heartbeat.
Yeah, there's nothing unanimous about that.
I absolutely had more respect for Steven because he didn't partake in the mutiny. You know, your level of respect increases for someone who stands by you in a tough situation.
They all seem like they're all together and in one boat right now, but 6 hours from now they could all be undecided, or, you know. How many votes are there?
I need 5, and then Jerry can overturn. And Jerry would overturn.
Well, if I can help you out over the next few days. Brian's a lot of fun. We just laugh about the same things. We have the same sense of humor. I like him a lot.
It would be like pulling an elephant out of a top hat to still be here next week.
I've seen it done.
I mean, it's gonna get nasty. It always does.
Welcome back to Big Brother 10. Determined to change his fate, Brian tried a new tactic, one that he might describe as charming the socks off his housemates.
Day 7 in the Big Brother house, a 3-act sock play.
Gonna give me part of our puppet show?
We're doing a puppet show.
Basically, my strategy is a little bit everybody enjoy themselves, have a good time together. Togetherness is wonderful. We really are sad Brian's leaving, which will just make people want me to stay even more.
How do we make a Rennie sock? Oh my God. Wow.
We need to do a whole eviction ceremony with you and Rennie.
Sweet. Are we going behind the couch?
Yes.
Yeah. We have to set up the stage here.
Put your hand up higher.
Well, tonight is the live eviction ceremony. Live. Rennie, please hold on. Brian, we'll start.
Started off this game, the first minute in, I started making alliances. I made 8,000 alliances in 3 hours. It's a Big Brother record, and I'm very proud of it.
Rennie, now it's your turn to address the guests.
I know I'm going home! Jesse, you suck! It's immature, Jesse! You suck! I hate everybody in here!
I don't feel very well.
Hold on.
Ollie, cast your vote.
Brian, because he made alliances with me, and I think he's a big fat liar. April, where you at, girl? Girl, where you at?
April?
So I want to vote for...
April, this is Big Brother. Please put your top on when in the diary room session.
But don't you want to see my boobies?
Yes, ma'am.
April, please cast your vote.
I want to vote for... Brian, because he's a big fat liar.
Let's go back to the living room and let Brian know the bad news. And now, guess the person who will be evicted the first week with a vote of 3-0. Brian, you are evicted.
Yeah!
Thank you, Julie.
Oh my God. I'm ready to take a bow. Everybody.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Oh my God.
That was well worth it.
Oh, that was absolutely
Hilarious. That was pretty good, man.
make myself go to bed.
Yeah, it was very original.
That was really funny.
It really sucks that you have to leave. I don't think it'll be near as funny without you, Brian. I think we should all just go on and vote for you.
It's a lot of people you had to convince.
1, 2, 3, 4.
If you guys had Memphis, it would barrel through everybody. But we'll see how it plays out, huh?
I wish I could convince Jerry.
Anybody could convince Jerry.
I don't know if Memphis would do it.
That's the only way it would work.
If we had 2 other people.
Memphis would be the only way it would work, because Memphis would have Jesse.
I think I'm going to bed.
Night, y'all.
Night, Angie. He likes you a lot.
Memphis?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That was the idea. Spend as much time with him today as I possibly could. Let him know I'm not a threat and I'm not after him anymore.
Seed is planted. We'll water it tomorrow and see if it grows.
Can I be confidential with you?
Oh, we're thinking the same wavelength?
Brian's probably one of the funnest people in the house. If there was any chance that I could possibly bring him and keep him in here, I would try my best.
If we can get Memphis and Jesse. Oh, I don't want to tell you. Can I trust you?
Of course.
Okay. If we can get Memphis and Jesse to put Brian still in, we can eliminate drama in the house.
Do you really think so?
Are you in?
Do you really think so, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holla.
I love Andrea, but...
Wait, what just happened?
Why would you do that, Keisha? Is she trying to piss me off?
Four people right here. Listen, it's not happening.
Let's go.
Trust us.
No, exactly. Hit the ball. You're up, Michelle. Dude, he's trying so hard. He's doing a good job.
He's not working. Angie's working for him, dude.
That's his level. That's the game he came in here to play, and that's why he's going out the door.
They're over there talking about me. Don't be making smart remarks to yourself, mumbling. If you have something to say it.
What's the matter?
You guys are obvious.
Keisha, what's up?
Can you just trust me for 2 seconds?
What?
Don't talk about me. Don't talk about me. Don't sit over there talking about me. What? Well, come over here then.
Hey.
Oh yeah, April, I do have a big problem
Open
right
your mouth and
now.
tell me what your problem is.
You have a big problem right now.
What's going on
It's got nothing to do with you.
This is what they want.
Is everything okay?
Brian's out the door. End this
it's not
discussion.
okay.
Don't talk
It's not
about
okay.
it. And
All right,
I'm
Jess,
not
can we...
stupid, Aisha. Do you think I'm stupid? No, I don't want to. I don't want to talk.
I don't know what's going on. I'm
The
sorry.
thing is, I can't stand April. To be honest, I can't stand little.
What's going on? What did she say?
You know what she's over there saying.
No, I promise you. I don't know. Keisha, I don't know what's going on.
I'm stupid right now. She does not trust me at all. I'm not
right now.
stupid. I know
But I'm
this.
so
April
lost in
and
it.
we don't need to be around each other.
Well, you weren't involved in that, were you?
That's why they're fighting.
Why?
Because Keisha wants Keisha, and there's a lot of other people in the house that want me to stay. About half.
There will be a vote.
Yeah.
And we're going to see where the house stands.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
You all right? You okay, darling? Huh?
Oh, you might be going home, honey.
What?
You might be going home, honey. Just get your stuff situated just in case.
We never thought Keisha would turn on us. She did.
Well, they're happy about it.
I know.
It worked out for them. They got it. At the 11th hour, they made it work. It's okay, don't cry.
Let's go into the living room and talk with the house guests. Hello, everybody. Hi. I have some news for you. We are going back to a tradition from Big Brother 1. We will be joined every eviction night right here outside the house by a live audience of Big Brother fanatics. All right, let's get started. Jesse, you get the first question tonight. Yes. Have you and Rennie buried the hatchet?
In my eyes, you got to give respect to get respect, and she still hasn't shown me any, so.
Rennie, you have a son just about the same age as Jesse.
Correct.
What insight has this given you to deal with a young man like Jesse?
Well, the insight that it's given me is that he has a lot to learn about life yet, and hopefully that from this experience he'll learn a little bit about it, and that I am, even as a participant, a mother, a sister and aunt, but it's still a game. So he says you have to in order to get respect, you have to give respect. So, as I say to you, son, you should learn from what you say. Once you give it, you'll get it back.
Thank you, Rennie. Let's go to the other mother in the house, Libra.
Hi, Julie.
Hi there. You have a 4-year-old daughter and 5-month-old twins.
Yes.
We are certainly happy to have you here, but you knew you would have your critics out there that would say, what kind of mother would leave her young children to go on Big Brother?
Absolutely.
Here's your chance to respond.
I just think that people need to understand my circumstance. Everyone's life is different. The choices that I make are mine, that I own, and my family are behind me. My husband, my mother, they are definitely supporting this venture that I'm taking. So as long as I have them in my corner, I think I can do pretty much anything.
Thank you, Libra. Thank you, house guests. I'll be back to talk with you again later. Bye. Was Brian successful in turning the house back in his favor? Up next, the season's first live vote and eviction. Welcome back. It is the last hour of Jerry's reign as the current head of household. Let's talk with him privately in the HOH bedroom. Hi, Jerry.
Hi, Julie. How are you?
I'm doing well, thanks.
Great.
Now, Jerry, your housemates are all in the living room and they cannot hear you, so feel free to speak your mind, okay? Now, at first, Jerry, you seemed happy to become the first HOH, but it turned out to be a bit of a roller coaster ride. Looking back at the week, do you regret being put in this position?
There's nothing I can regret about being put in this position because it's the game. They elected me, the rules say I have to do it, and I'm trying to make the best out of it I can. Some nightmares along the way, but I'm still here.
Yes, you
and
are.
I expect and hope that I'll be here long after.
As a former military man, you take great pride in your word. Now, I know this is a game, but how difficult was it to betray Brian?
It was very difficult to betray Brian. If you noticed, I did not wear anything relating to the military when I had to do it. I just didn't want to embarrass that situation, and I felt that I'd just take it as a man.
Yeah, you were pressured. You were pressured to put him on the block, and you did what the other house guests wanted you to do. So how safe do you feel right now in the house?
I feel very fortunate in the house because of the angels. The girls are my savior. I think they're the ones that saved me and had them come up here and tell me that I was in trouble. And I think that for now, I call them Jerry's Angels, and they seem to like that.
I bet they do. Thank you, Jerry. And you can go on downstairs to the living room and rejoin your housemates.
Thank you, Julie.
You're welcome. It is time to find out who will be walking out of the house tonight. Will it be Rennie, the beauty salon owner from New Orleans, or Brian, the former Air Force crew chief from San Francisco? Let's return to the living room and talk with the two nominees. Rennie, Brian, in just a few moments, your housemates will cast their votes to evict live. Before they do, you have one last chance to plead your case, and Rennie, you're up first.
Well, guys, I've been sitting on a block for a long time. How many days now? About 7, 8? It hasn't been a good feeling. But however, I've taken the, how can I say it, like the initial shock of it, and I had to, take it and sort of strategize which way I was going to go with it. So I do believe that I earned the respect of all y'all, how I've been acting and kind of monotone myself a little bit. And I hope you vote for me tonight. I really do.
Thank you, Rennie.
With all sincerity.
Brian, your turn.
All right. Well, folks, there were a couple of different ways I was thinking about how I could take this. And the way that I decided to go was just to let you all know that the first few days that I had here were some of the most fun I've had in a very long time. The laughing and the good times that everybody had while it was here early in the game were amazing. And I appreciate that from every one of you. Also, just one thing, as long as you can, just remember that everything here is a game. and let's try not to take anything personal. It's just going to get nastier from here. Everybody knows that. So, you know, every time it starts to, just take a deep breath and remember this is what it is. It's just a game. So that's all I had to say.
Thank you both. It is time for the live voting to begin. Neither of the two nominees is allowed to vote. Jerry, as current HOH, you will only vote in the event of a tie. One at a time, the rest of you will enter the diary room and cast your vote. And April, you're first. April has proven herself a savvy player, aligning with Ollie to turn the house against Brian. She will likely put the first nail in his coffin. Hi, April.
Hi.
Please cast your vote to evict now.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you, April.
Thank you.
Libra led the charge to put Brian on the block. It would be a surprise if she didn't use this opportunity to put the second nail in his coffin. Hello, Libra.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you, Libra. Michelle was extremely vocal, demanding Jerry put Brian on the block. Could she have a change of heart tonight? Hello, Michelle.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you.
Ollie was one of Brian's first allies, but he fell for the girl and he spilled the beans. Hello, Ollie.
Hey, little mama, how you doing?
Please cast your vote to evict now.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you, Ollie.
Thank you.
The vote so far is 4 votes to evict Brian and no votes to evict Rennie. But did Brian's attempt to make new friends pay off? And did the fight between Keisha and April change Keisha's mind? The live vote continues when we return. Welcome back to Big Brother 10. The house guests are voting live. So far, it's 4 votes to 0 in favor of evicting Brian. Let's continue the live vote. Dan is Brian's closest friend in the house. Will he remain loyal to the end or use his vote to gain favor with the other housemates? Hello, Dan.
Hey, Mrs. Chen, you look very beautiful
Well,
tonight.
thank you. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Rennie.
Thank you, Dan. Please go to the living room. Jesse has made no secret of his feelings toward Rennie. Will he use this opportunity to get her out of the house? Hello, Jesse.
How you doing?
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you, Jesse. Please go
Thank
back.
you.
Keisha had formed a strong alliance with April and Libra. After last night's fight, her loyalty is in question. Will she still vote Brian out? Hello, Keisha.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict now.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you, Keisha. It's official. With 6 votes for eviction, Brian will be going home tonight. But let's see how the other votes fall. Hello, Memphis.
Hey, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you. Stephen was not part of the 8 that stormed into Jerry's room. His vote tonight will show where he stands. Hello, Stephen. Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you, Stephen. Angie fought to keep Brian in the house. Will she give him her vote tonight? Hello, Angie.
Hi, Julie.
Please cast your vote to evict.
I vote to evict Brian.
Thank you, Angie.
Thank you.
All the votes are in. Let's give the news to the House guests. House guests, just a reminder, when I reveal the vote, the evicted House guests will have just a few moments to say goodbye, gather their belongings, and walk out the front door. By a vote of 9-1, Brian, you are evicted from the Big Brother house.
Good, big man.
During the wedding. Darling.
Take it easy, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys. Oh my God.
Oh my God, he already went black and white, you guys.
Thank you. Okay, Randy. Wow. I was going to say something else, but sorry about that. It's for the best.
Can I go pee? He said not to. He said don't.
Brian, first person voted out of season 10.
That happened.
What happened? You were sitting so pretty. You were friends with the HOH. You had allies in Dan and Ollie. But like your sock puppet said, you made 8,000 deals in the first few hours. What were you thinking?
You know, I was going into this and I was building an army and I didn't realize there wasn't anybody on the other side. So I...
That is a problem. I mean, you've seen this show before. You know people talk. So what gives?
It was too quick, you know. It was funny how fast things happen in this game because, you know, if that ceremony, that veto ceremony would have been held, you know, 12 hours earlier, everything would have went a different way. So, you know, I tried to play 3 weeks a game in 7 days and just got a little ahead of myself, but... Yeah.
You and Dan hit it off almost immediately. Lots of similarities between you two. Will he survive the turn of events in the house?
I hope so. The one thing everyone needs to learn from everything that happened was that's one guy in the house that never faltered. I mean, that's someone you can trust, which is going to be important to a lot of other people. So I hope so, but I don't know if his conscience will allow him to do what he needs to do to win.
Shall we listen to the goodbye messages from your housemates?
Yeah, sure.
Here we go.
Hey Brian, if you are getting this message, it means that you have been evicted from the house. I'm really sorry, but I believe that your arrogance is what brought you down.
It's a shame that someone that we tried to include in your plans turned this thing around and put you out the door.
What's up, B? Hey, man, I really apologize. Obviously, you're considered one of the biggest threats in the game, and again, the opportunity came to the point where we had to, you know, get you out of the house. This is how the cookie crumbles, man.
Brian, goodbye, buddy. Totally gonna miss you. I haven't met anybody that made me laugh that much in forever. I never told you this, but I kind of look at you like a big brother. I've never had someone who's looked out for me and tried to help me out, and I'll be very sad to see you go.
Final question.
Yeah.
Who is the most underestimated player right now? Who does everyone have to watch out for?
Oh, Memphis has this thing. If he plays his cards right, Memphis has got it. And that was the original play in the beginning. He's charismatic, he's very intelligent, he's physically above and beyond most of the people in that house. So if I had to put my money on it, it'd be Memphis, absolutely.
Brian, we thank you.
Thank you.
Stay right there. I'm going to talk tomorrow more with Brian on The Early Show on CBS. And if you have any questions for Brian, you can ask him live tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific on House Calls, the Big Brother Talk Show at CBS.com. Coming up, the head of household competition, who will claim the most powerful position in the house. Stay with us. Welcome back to Big Brother 10. It is time for the live head of household competition. Free from the threat of eviction, the HOH must put 2 house guests on the chopping block. Who will be the new head of household? Let's find out. House guests, the power is up for grabs. Jerry, as outgoing head of household, you are not eligible to compete. As you all know, one way to get far in Big Brother is to be with the in crowd. The same thing goes for this competition. I'll be asking you a series of questions about your housemates. When you answer, don't give me your personal opinion, but instead, answer how you think the majority of the group will respond. You will answer by setting your dial to A or B. If you answer with the majority, you will advance. If you respond with the minority, you will be eliminated from the competition. If it's a tie, no one will be eliminated in that round. The final question will be a tiebreaker. The last player remaining will be the new head of household. Does everyone understand these rules?
Yes.
Yes. Then let's begin. Question 1. Who does the majority of the House believe is more likely to commission a life-size portrait of himself? If you think the majority of the House will say Brian, choose A. If you think the majority of the House will say Jesse, choose B. Answers, please. I need an answer, Dan. Wow. Everybody said B. Sorry, Memphis. Step down. Everyone reset. Let's move on to question 2. Who would the majority of the House trust more as their fashion consultant? A, Rennie, B, April. Answers, please. The majority said B, April. I'm sorry, Rennie, and I'm sorry, Keisha. The 2 of you are in the minority. Keisha, go ahead and reset, step down, join Jerry and the others. Everyone can reset as we move on. Question 3. Who would the majority of the House rather see wear nothing but a bikini for the summer? A, Angie, B, Keisha. Answers, please. The majority said B, Keisha. So that means eliminated are Michelle, Dan, and April. Reset. Step down if you've been eliminated. Let's move on. Whose life story in 50 years would the majority of the House find more interesting to read? A, Memphis, B, Dan. Answers, please. Everyone said A, Memphis. We move on, reset. Question 5. In the Sweet Dreams, Honey competition, who does the majority of the House think wore the Big Brother honey the best? A, Jerry, B, Jesse. Answers, please. I need an answer, Steve. The majority said B, Jesse. I'm sorry, Angie. Reset, step down, moving on. 4 of you left. Reset, Libra. Reset, Jesse. Question 6. Who does the majority of the House think is vain enough to believe that they will be the majority's choice for this question? A, Libra. B, Steven. Answers, please. Everyone said B, Steven. Reset, moving on. You're all still in the game. Question 7. Who does the majority of the House think would convert to another religion to satisfy their partner? A, Dan. B, Ollie. Answers, please. Everyone said B, Ollie. Moving on, all still in the game. Question 8. Who does the majority of the House think is most likely to never get divorced? A, Michelle, B, Memphis. Answers, please. Split decision. Everyone reset. We have to go to the tiebreaker. Bring out your boards. The answer will be a number. The person who comes closest to the correct number without going over will be the new head of household. If everyone goes over, the person closest to the correct number will win. Here we go. At the start of the competition, sweet dreams, honey, how many total pillows were on the giant bed? How many total pillows were on the giant bed? Answers, please. Libra, I need an answer. The correct number is 300, which means congratulations, Jeff. Please pass on the key to the HOH bedroom. What's in store for the house now that Jesse's the new HOH? Stay with us.
I get my own bed.
Welcome back to Big Brother. Who will Jesse nominate for eviction? Find out Sunday at 8, 7 Central. Then Tuesday at 9, 8 Central. Will the power of veto save one of the two nominees? And I'll be back 1 week from tonight at 8 for the next live eviction. To follow the house guests' every move, log on to CBS.com and subscribe to the live 24-hour internet feed. Don't forget, you can also get an uncensored look at life in the house on Big Brother After Dark, airing live each night from midnight to 3 a.m. on Showtime 2. For now, let's eavesdrop on the house guests. From outside the Big Brother house, I'm Julie Chen. Good night.
Pillows on the bed? This is the best case scenario.